Hello friends, this is Ganesh. Hope you're doing great. And in this video, we're going to see about ranking functions in the CDS views. This might be useful in many business areas where we need to rank our data based on the user or the business requirement. So as these are SQL functions, so we are trying to apply to the procedure level code. Okay. So let's get into the slides first. So today we're going to see about 4 different SQL functions: a row number, tens underscore rank, and in type. So it depends on the versions. Again, you might have seen this maybe apply or applicable for your versions or not. Okay. And so before getting to the functions, so you have to understand about the result set. So whatever the SQL you're writing, it may be a where condition, it may be an order by options. So based on that, you might get a result set first. So after the result set is ready or evolved, then these functions are try to apply and give the result on it. So the result is nothing but another field. You're going to see what is the rank number for this record, what is the row number for this record. So before applying these functions, that needs a result set. So the result set is generated based on your SQL with what are the fields you are selecting, where condition and everything. So that is very important. So after that, on top of the result set only, your ranking functions are trying to apply. So the first function is row number. Excuse me. This is a very simple function. It gives the sequential numbering of the rows. So in very simple way, I can say psi index or psi tab x. This is better one, not index, because tab x is for the records. So psi tab x. So based on that, it will give the equal or sequential number for it. So you may think it can this can be or changed. Yes, that can be changed. Suppose your result set is varies. For example, you have one whole result set without any where conditions. Okay, and you're trying to apply some partition on it. So I have a 10 records based on here. I'm going to take an example of S flight because I will get more values on it. So that's why I'm going with the S flight table. So if I write a SQL query without any grouping option, so it will give all the records like 100 records. So then the sequential numbering, the row number give a result is 1 to 100. Then I'm going to group it. Based on the care ID, I'm just grouping it. So what happens if the group involves, then automatically sequential, the row number is going to be applied for the one care ID first. So that is one result set, and next care ID is another result set. So each result set you have this row number is going to be regenerated. Suppose AA is a care ID, it has 10 records. So then you can see the number sequentially from 1 to 10. Then the second grouping starts AZ. Then this row number is going to automatically regenerated, means it's going to start from 1. Okay, so that is the way this functions, because the ranking function. So based on your result set, your ranking functions also try to regenerate it based on the property of that particular function, because the row number has a different property, dense rank has a different property, and rank has a different property. So the each based on the each property, it again is going to be regenerated based on your result sets. Okay. Then the next one is next ranking function is dense rank. So the function ends with a rank. It's very simple. We are going to try to get the rank for each record. So it depends on your query information or query set, the rank to be determined for each row. Okay, and then it's going to be the duplicate values if there are ties, obviously. If the values are equal, based on your query set, the values are equal, the same rank is going to be applied for more than one row. And then no gap in the ranking sequence. Just remember this, because the next ranking function is rank. Rank has a gap in the ranking sequence, but here there is no ranking sequence, means you're not able to see any gap between the ranking sequence. Like it's a sequential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you go with the rank function, you may have seen a gap between the rank. There is a 1 ranking, and then you can see the 10th rankings. I'll say why it is happening. Okay, so that is a basic difference between dense rank and rank functions. So that's why just remember this once you come to see the example, so you're easy to understand that. The next one is the rank is going to be assigning the rank based on the query measures. So everything is same like dense rank. And here the duplicate values if there are ties, and skip the next rankings. Okay, meaning there is a gap. You can see there is a 1 rank and you're able to see the next is 5th rank. Okay, so we'll see why it is happening over there with examples. Another one is the end tile. So end tile is nothing but if you feel, because of your different requirements, if you feel I want to segregate my query results into buckets. Okay, so you can see, okay, I have 100 records, 1,000 records. I want to divide it into 4 different categories or 4 different buckets. Okay, so not based on any conditions, simply. So I have 100 records, I want to divide it into 4 buckets, or whatever records I want to divide it into 4 buckets. Then what happens is the each bucket value is going to be assigned for each record. Then you come to know, okay, this is belongs to bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3. So if that is, it's not divided, for example, if it is 100 divided by 3, obviously there is one record is extra, right? So that is going to be added in the first bucket. So it's pretty simple. So we are going to see that as well. So everything, the output of every function is going to be treated as a new field. Okay, so you have 5 fields. The 6th field is maybe a row number or a rank or density rank or entile also. So based on that, you can further excuse me, after the query set is determined with your ranking function, maybe the next line you want to say, okay, I want only the records whose rank is less than 4. So then just write a query which is less than 4, just take only the first 3 categories or first 3 ranks. So you can further down, you can write the code also, because it is the ranking values are available as one of the field in your internal table basically. And then this is a basic syntax for almost all the ranking functions. So select, this is my target, and select field 1, field 2, whatever you want. And then here you introduce to what you want. The functions you're going to introduce over here, ranking functions, maybe a row number, rank, whatever it is, separated by comma, because this is also considered as one of the field. The output of this function is going to be saved in one of the field, so you need to be a comma over there, and then from table. You can have multiple or different ranking functions in the same select. I want row number, I want rank, I want entile. Yes, that is also possible. There is no restrictions. So rank function of over order by. So this is my ranking conditions. Okay, so based on this, based on the values, it's going to be the result set, and based on only the field F4, my ranking function is going to be apply on it. Okay, this can be a single value, or this can be a multiple values also, multiple fields also you can use by order by. Based on that, the query set is going to be divided and the ranking function is going to be applied. Ali's name is mandatory for this. And then another one is a partition. So here it is just like that order by only one field. So apart from that, I want to segregate furthermore. So I have 10 records. I want to divide it into 2 other groups. If that is the case, you have to use one more keyword called partition over here. So this is optional. Okay, depends on that. Depends on your requirements, you can have the partition keyword also. So the partition is inside the bracket, partition by what are the field names you want to partition by. So I have a query result based on the order by, and this order by you can have ascending or descending, and then in furthermore I want to divide it into some groups, then use a keyword called partition. Simple. It's applicable for all the ranking functions over here. Then the next one is over here, as I mentioned, after I determine the rank, I want to just do some more narrow down the result. So I'm going to use, I want to get only the details, which is rank is less than 4. Okay, so this is going to be added. The rank values are going to be added in one of the field. Then you can have one more select query based on your own requirement. Okay, so hope you have some idea about what is ranking functions. So we'll see with some examples, so it's very easy to understand. Let's get into the system. Okay, so this is my system, Eclipse, and I just already have created a class with interface, and I have just a method excuse me, and this is a procedure. I'm going to use the table sFlight. And for a quick and time consuming process, I just already had the code ready. So let's have it. And anyway, I'm going to add this in my drive also, so you can just use it for your reference. So the first sample, first example is for the row number. What is the basic syntax for the row number? So here, the on the flow declaration of the internal table, and this is my query. So I'm going to use two fields, the char ID and con ID, and I'm going to introduce a ranking function called row number over based on the char ID, and there is a alias of it. It's what is that, row or row number, whatever you want, and from the table name. So let me act toward it, and I'm going to call this procedure from my program, and we'll see what is the output of this particular query based on the ranking function. So this is one of the way to understand how the row number is getting determined for each record. Otherwise, you can just have an ALV output and you can see the data as well over there. So here I'm going to see the data in the debugging level. So I have a program already ready because it's very simple one-line code. Just call the particular method, okay? And having a breakpoint here, yeah, it's valid. I'm going to execute my program. It stops in my Eclipse. Okay. So here there's a control, and just press F6 and see the data. Double click your internal table, and this is the row number 1, 2, 3, 4, and end with 100. Okay, so I think we have more than 100 records. Okay, 364. So end with 364 sequential order, because I didn't add any other conditions, any other grouping, so there is no disturbance in the sequence. So the next example is I'm going to have a sorting order over there with the row number. You can have basic as ascending, and if you want, you can go with descending as well. So let me comment this because I'm using the same internal table names here. So comma is missing. So here I'm going to have a different like char ID with ascending order as descending, and added one more field as well. So let me act toward, still I'm in a debugging session, it's fine. Just trying to act toward it. Yeah, it shows once you activate, you need to regenerate your breaking points, right? So just click yes. So then your breaking point is getting regenerated. Yes, it's done. Then go here, execute it. So now F6. So there's no difference. Here why I have to show this means you won't find any duplicates because of the values, because of the selection field. That is the main idea. So here, even if you remove the flight date, you will see the same sequence from 1 to 364. So here is end of the 100. The total is 364. So that is the reason I have to do this, and it's a descending. Okay, where it is, just flights. And now it's a descending order. So char ID UA is comes first. So it's a descending order, and whatever it is, but depends on the what do you call result set, your ranking stats. Okay. So now I'm going to remove this flight date, and there's no duplicates. So the intention is based on your selection fields, it won't determine your row number. Okay. Okay. So I'm terminating that. That could be the reason it just move out of your AC38 and go to your SAP EC access page. So F6. So it's the same like the previous statement. So 1 to 100 over here. Okay. So this I want to show you because of the value, you won't find any duplicates in the sequence. So the next example is this one I showed you with var conditions. Okay. So it's var condition, nothing but apply the filter. Okay, so here if you go and apply the filter, so you'll get what is the sequence of that particular char ID. So you can apply the filter directly here. It's var char ID equal to say AZ. Okay. Add toward it. And SE38. So you should know what is the output. So here it shows only AZ, and for that, what is the sequence number? So we have only 52 records on it. And then the next example is partition. So I'm going to group my result set. So this is my result set. For example, 72 records, right? Sorry, 52 records. So I'm going to partition based on the con ID. So if there is a partition or group involved in your result set, then your ranking function is going to be regenerate the numbers. Okay, this is a sequence ranking. There's a row number is nothing but a sequential ranking functions. So it starts, it regenerates whenever there is a group, whenever there is a group starts. Okay, let's see that. What is the example I have used? So here the example is seats occupied for first class. So let's see the output. Let's see the original result set. Then we'll introduce the partition option or grouping option. So let's go ahead with this example. Okay. So I'm not going to use the partition now. So I'm going to see the actual result set. So missing table. Okay, add toward that. It's okay, and keep the breakpoint. Yes. So it's not terminated. Okay, just terminate. Okay, has been terminated. Okay, let me have the breakpoint again. Activated one. Yes, it's got terminated. SE38 and execute comes here. F6. So based on the seats occupancy, so it shows because it is in the order by ascending, right? So start with zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Next, this is my result set. In this result set, I'm going to introduce the grouping based on the char ID. So how it works? This is the first scenario. So seats occupied is the order. Yes. Whenever there is a group or the partition happens on the char ID with this value, that is considered as the same one. For example, this 0 is happening maybe for multiple char IDs, then it will consider everything as one sequential number. Okay, and if there is a change happens in the char ID, then the sequence start changing. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, everything. Okay, so that is the way it's going to work. Let's add the partition and see. TID partition is char ID order by. Okay, partition by, that is the syntax. Yeah, ordered by seats occupancies. Add to it. Okay, then okay, then SE38 execute F6. So now you can see three numbers are same because the seats occupancy 0 is applicable for AC, AF as well as LH. Okay, then the LH again it repeats, right? This is same. This LH belongs to the same group. So then it's going to start 2, 3, 4, 5 and everything. Even if it comes down. Okay, now you can see there is again one starts. Okay, because the char ID comes from the picture. Suppose if you want to see now, I want to see all the row ones. Just right click, quick filter. So this much is considered as the first row because it takes the result set first based on the seats occupancy. Then it start comparing with your partition field. So this much field or this much char ID has the same value. So consider that as 1. So now it goes to 2. Yes. So here LH has 0 already and one more time probably a different con ID. Let me have this first and take out this. So you have LH 0 1 and L is a different connection ID, also a 0, then it's considered as a second record. This is basic, it's very simple. Okay, so this is a way your ranking function works. If you understand the row number clearly, then ranking, dense rank, everything is pretty simple. Okay, so it based on your result set, then it started working on your grouping or partition fields. So you have a multiple result set field or multiple partition fields also. So now the next example is, so partition with multiple fields. Okay, char ID and con ID. Okay, so how come I'm missing the table name? I'm not sure. Okay, it's okay, we'll add it. Okay, from S flight. So now the result set is based on the seats occupancy. Then the grouping is based on two fields, not only the single one. Now it's char ID as well as the con ID. So the ranking is going to be changed whenever there is a change happens in both the fields. Okay, act toward that. That's fine. Okay, let me change the perspective. Okay, AC38, execute, it stops. Switch to debugging perspective, F6. Now flights. Why it is not opening, or it's open somewhere? Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what is the error. Let me restart my Eclipse. Let me pass it. So I restarted my Eclipse and it works perfectly and executed it with the same example, and I'm in the debugging mode. So just as ID flights. So here, this is my result set, and this is my partitions, char ID and con ID. So for better understanding, if we go with char ID, LH. So whenever there is a change happens in the con ID, then your row number is getting regenerated. So here you can see till this, you have the sequence from 1 to 16, and whenever there is a change happens, then it's automatically regenerated with 454, yes. Again, it's regenerated 455, it's 1, 357, yes. Okay, then there is a same thing like duplicates of 401, then it's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then yeah, then whenever there is a change in the group, again it gets regenerated. So that is the idea of partition. You have one result set, it may be based on one field or multiple fields, and then you want to partition based on other two fields or a single field, then it will start working on with your partition. So this is the scenario 1 and this is the scenario 2. Okay, so the next example is let me, yeah. So what's the next one? So the next one is going to be the rank. So we'll see the dense rank first. Normally, if you see the order, normally rank comes first, then only the dense one. But because we'll see how the rank, the basic things works, because it doesn't skip any ranking. Rank function skip the ranking, skip the ranks. So, but here it won't. So that's why I feel let's go to the dense rank first. So here, okay. So there is no bigger change, only the function name to be changed, and alias name, you can have any name. So here I use the same thing in dense rank. Okay, and here order by, no partition and single field. Let's see this. Toward that. Okay, and I have the active breakpoint. So go here and execute it. Oops, sorry. Yeah, and F6. So now, if you see, the rank is based on the seat occupancy, right? So it's always 0. So there is a tie. There is no partition. There is no multiple fields in the order. So the result set has the same value. Automatically there is the same value is a tie between these two. These are tied. So it will assign the same ranking options. Whenever there is a change happens in your actual result set, then the ranking goes to the next level. So here 1 starts, so the ranking is 2. And there is a tie, so the ranking is 2 over here also. It happens. It's easy for you to understand. Okay, so there is no skipping happens between the ranks when you use dense rank. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's keep on going, and I didn't have any partitions so far. So this is a very simple one to understand about ranking. So then what I'm going to do is, yeah, this is what you can use results. So I want to use results like based on the previous ranking. Yes, you can use it. So here what I'm doing is just get only the values, the rankers only for 1 2 3, not for more than third rank. I don't want any record, so you can use it this one. Okay, so if you want to see the output, it's pretty simple. So output, okay, you can directly execute also, but I prefer this way. It's pretty simple, especially in the remote system. So F6, I have 352 records, 364 records, and in results, it's ended with 82 records because I need only who's less than 4. I want only 3 ranks. So this way you can able to move forward how you want to make use of the ranking function for your requirement. So the next example is in dense rankers, multiple order fields. So here I'm going to use multiple order fields. So based on that, my result set. So the original result set will determine. So now multiple orders. Okay, what is missing again? Okay, the table name is missing. So let me correct it before I upload it to my drive. Yes. Okay, so F6 364, right? So now I have a ranking based on two fields, char ID and seats occupancy. So whenever there is a change happen, so here it is ranking is 1 1 because it's tie char ID and the original result set. So now there is a change in my origin again without because of the second field AA and 1, so it considers this is the second ranking. There is a duplicate, yes, the same ranking to be applied, and AA and there is a change over here, then it's going to be the third ranking over here. So based on that, the ranking is determines. Okay, so the next example is probably partition. Yes, partition with single field. So the same the previous example. Okay, let's have entire thing. It's fine because I need the description, the comment also. So I'm going to introduce a partition for this. So now what happens? Then based on the partition, the ranking now going to be determined, or I can say regenerated. So okay, oops, the wrong place. I added it, cut it, and paste it here. So okay, yeah, still not fine. To got it. Okay. So here you can see the output based on the partition also now. Okay. So now seat occupancy is 0. So char ID and seat occupancy is the original set. So whenever there is a 0 over there, it's assigned the same thing. Okay. So these are considered as rankings, original set. And then I'm going to partition based on what? Char ID. So whenever there is a change happen over here, original set along with the char ID, then automatically it goes to the ranking, second ranking. Okay. So now if you change here, quick filter or for the one char ID, so you'll get everything is a first rank because the seats occupancy is 0, the same car ID, and there is a change happens in the between your car ID as well as your order original result set, then the ranking increases. Okay, so it's pretty simple to understand. And the next one is also, I think I may have added multiple fields, so I don't want to spend much time. So let me add these ones, car ID and gone ID separated by comma. That's it. Okay. Afterwards, let me go through a little faster. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. Execute F6. So go with LH. So 1, 1, yeah, because it's 0 here also same, and there is a change in the seats occupancy, so ranking is second, and there is a change in the seat occupancy over here, everything is fine. And now there is a change over here, LH040 and 0. This is LH con ID, but again, seat occupancy is the base result set, so it's going for the ranking 1 only. So if you want to understand that, go with the ranks here. So yeah, these are zeros, and there is also a different con ID, but everything is a starting one, so it's going to assign that is a ranking 1. Okay, so that's it. And you might have a doubt for few. So there is a change in the seat occupancy 0 to 1, but how again its rank is 1, because for 402 this is the first field, first row or first rank. So if you for 402 401 you have one more record, that is the first rank because the first record, but 402 if you go here and take out the rank, so 402, this is the first record. So obviously this is the first rank for the car ID LH as well as the con ID and seat occupancy. This is the rank 1. Okay. So hope this might be pretty simple. You have some patience to understand how the ranking works. Okay. Then, so this is partitioned by 2. So now go with rank. Basic syntax with rank. Activate. Excuse me. So now go to 38 and execute. Yes. So here the value is F6. So here I'm going with the rank. It's not a dense rank, right? So here it's same original data set. Now we go the only order. Original data is 0000001 and 000, and whenever there is a change in your result set, then automatically rank is increased to the next rank. Thinking is the next rank is 2, but here it skips. Okay, so what happens is it skips and the next rank is 31 because you will get 30 records here. So it won't go to the next ranking. It always skips the ranking. So if you go the quick filter 1, you will get 30 records. So automatically the next ranking is 31. It's not second. Okay, so that is the functionality of rank. So based on this functionality, if you need anything to be happened, like I want to ignore all the things, I don't want to go with second and everything. So these are ranking wise, right? So if that is a scenario, you go with the rank 1. Okay, so that's the reason 31, and after 31, from this how many records you have, it skips all the ranking and it go and start 59. So if you count, automatically you will come ended with 58 rank. So it just ignore all the rank which is assigned to the duplicates one, right? So it's going to the 59. So this is a difference between dense rank and den rank. So now the next example is pretty simple, like partition with single field and partition with multiple fields. So you can try your own with the same syntax, like partition with char ID. What happens whenever there is a change happen, then automatically rank is going to be added. Again, it ignores the multiples ones. Okay. So yeah, maybe I can show you this one because already I crossed 30 minutes. So from the table. it, and okay. Execute and F6 flights carry con ID, right? So here you can see 111, and here it is 3 because this is number 1, this is number 2 actually. So it just ignores the second one and goes to third one. Okay, and here it is 3 and 4 is ignored because it just ignored the very next duplicated one. So it ignores 4 and go to 5. So this is the way the rank works. Okay, so now we'll go with Entile is just a bucket. Okay, so here the syntax is, okay, let me have it and show you the syntax. So here, so one things are going to be added here is, okay, let me, because I added both. Okay. So Entile of 10, how many buckets you want? Okay, so based on the record, suppose I need a 10 bucket, so irrespective of your total number, I believe it's 352, it's going to be divided into 10 equal buckets, and whenever there is a extra based on the division, so it automatically added the first 2 buckets. Okay, so let's see, to order. Okay, okay, and then execute SE38 F8 F6, double click. So this is actually a bucket number. So tile, I just mentioned any number, you can just rename it. Okay, so it consider first, like, how many we have. Okay, so 30 into one bucket. So if I say bucket number 1, how much I have? So I have 37 because 352, right? So 4. So 4 numbers extra. So like 36 buckets. Okay, you can see like this. Distinct values. So you have this much bucket, so each one has 36 and it assigned the extra 111 to the first 4 buckets. Okay, and it will assign the number which bucket this record belongs to. So this, the AAA belongs to bucket number 1 and this is belongs to bucket number 2. So based on the order, based on the original result set, it divides. So this Entile, it's divide your record into different buckets. So if you want based on the buckets, if you want to segregate the records to the further proceedings, you can able to use it. I believe I need to just find out. Yeah, anyway, you can use the order by, or you can use a partition also over here. So these are kind of a condition. So based on some conditions, I want to segregate it into a bucket. Yes, that you're able to make it. Okay, then you can just take only the particular bucket information for the further proceeding. So that way it works over here. And this is about the ranking functions so far. And you want to learn more SQL functions here, then better option is go to find the actual SQL functions, because here inside the CDS, inside the procedure also, we are using SQL only. So there is no name changes between your SQL function and SAP procedure functions. Everything is same. So try to find the functions from SQL and trying to implementing it based on your versions. It automatically says whether it's a red color. Obviously it is not available for your version, otherwise it works, right? Because going forward they are trying to implement most of the functions over here as well. So just play around with those functions, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. This is about the ranking functions, and hope it might be useful and you can understand something from my video. And thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.